Once you bring back your internal power of who you are, you become exponentially intelligent. Once you become exponentially intelligent, you use your powers to enhance yourself. As you enhance yourself, there's no need for lack. There's no need to control others. There's no need for you to sacrifice or sacrifice others. I guess the question is decentralized finance an indication that we're moving into a higher consciousness? And whether we're moving into a higher consciousness or not, decentralized finance is here. That's why blockchain technologies and so on like that, which I actually called, consciousness, the original blockchain, by the way. But is it an indication? Let's just say it's an opportunity for us to rise to a higher level of consciousness. But Harold, if you look at say the past, if you look at history and you start to see all the opportunities that we had to really rise to a higher consciousness and we didn't, the advancement of technologies, from all the way back from say Stone Age, all the way down to say the industrial age, the technological age, the communication age that we're here, so one, did we elevate consciousness? And according to like Ray Kurzweil and some of the other futurists, we really didn't. And that's where, you get technological singularity, where, they talk about, and technological singularity is basically where, machine learning or machine intelligence, crosses over human intelligence, and then machines are more adept than humans. So he's predicting that, just right around the corner and all that. So we could, this is a really pivotal road. This is a really pivotal path for, say, humanity as a whole. So decentralized finance, I think it's a great opportunity. It's a great concept. It's a great idea to decentralize finance, because right now, obviously, the finances are held, amongst the very few, and they control everybody and everything, right? So not even governments are in control of their own countries, by the way, because it's the money that controls, the world, not government, by the way. So yes, something really has to change. But as you look at the opportunities that have happened in the past, and then we didn't take those opportunities that could have raised raised our consciousness to a higher level. Well, we took it we took it as an opportunity to have more control or go back the old path. And that's where, again, you get technological singularity, where, we get more and more and more and more control. Although it sounds really good, and decentralized finance is basically taking it away from a certain group or a certain a group of people or governments. Like blockchain technology, no one individual has a control over that content, or in this case, money. So is it a great opportunity for us for consciousness? It is. And this is the pivotal moment, because if we don't raise consciousness, and it's not about decentralized finance or any other idea that's out there that is going to raise consciousness, by the way, because it's not the concept, it's not the idea that raises consciousness, it's the reality or the multiverse. And I know it sounds really out there, and I know it sounds like, shit, this guy's crazy and he's talking about some Marvel comic idea or concept, but we're really not. We're really rendering ourselves here. So if we're rendering in an atmosphere, or what I call a consciousness, that always dictates that you are in lack, in control, and always in sacrifice, decentralized finance will do the same thing for you. It's a great idea. It's a great concept. But if we are running in that paradigm or that concept of who we are as a human species, decentralized finance will be used to control us even more. So the key is we really need to elevate the consciousness that we're in.
Like in and of itself, that is not the thing that raises our consciousness. We still have to have control. We still have to make the choice to do that. All these different things are opportunities for us to express that. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes. Again, it's not the tool or what you do is that makes changes in societies. It literally is your consciousness that changes your society. So let me give you an example. Say that you're in love with somebody, right? The consciousness of love is ever present for you. So no matter what happens, you're in a good mood. But say that, your relationship isn't really the best, right? It's not working out. How does that, say, experience feel to you? It'll pull you down, right? And you go, well, a date or a relationship, and you said, what does that have to do? It's got everything to do, because the key concept is, again, the consciousness that you, say, exist in. Okay, in this situation, it's just between maybe two or more people, but as far as a relationship. But decentralized finance, you're talking about the human species, the human society. We're all in the same consciousness, or in that same, say, frequency of being in lack, in control, and sacrifice. So decentralized finance will only give you, in this consciousness, lack, control, and sacrifice. No matter what you do, no matter what intent you have, it's not about the idea and concepts. There's been great thought leaders back in the day, right? Like, say, Einstein. He knew that he had a ton of great ideas, but again, really fantastic ideas outside of the atom bomb and so on, that he was forced to create. His fear, if you read in some of his biographies, is that if I bring this idea into play in this consciousness, he didn't quite say consciousness, in this world, it will destroy it. And it was a benevolent idea or concept. So he knew the logistics that I was talking about. Tesla knew the logistics that I was talking about. A lot of his ideas, just benevolent ideas, got nothing to do with war or destruction or anything like that. But that is of a higher consciousness, those ideas or concepts. You bring it down to your lower level, you use it as a destructive tool, no matter what it is. No matter how benevolent the concept is, no matter how much freedom no matter how you want to save people, if you're in the wrong consciousness, it'll never work. It will never work. And again, if you don't believe me, look at history. How many fantastic individuals, how many fantastic ideas, how many billions or trillions of dollars have been used, to save people, to freedom for hunger. Why has it gotten worse? It's not the solutions, guys. It's the consciousness that we're in. I talk a lot about this in the lecture series, on the XI lecture series, by the way.
Do you believe that Web3 is a train that is not going to be stopped?
Web 3.0, it's got so many concepts. There's a few people that actually want me to come in, and it's like, what I do is like, you can create great communities. And it's not about stopping technology. Again, it's not about stopping technology, because technology will advance no matter what. But are we going to advance with technology, or are we going to stay back like any other technology, right? So look at social media. It was a great opportunity to connect the world, and that's what it was really about. I'm sure the founders of social media, apps and all that, they didn't go, let's control the world, let's destroy the world, let's use it. But then what did it turn into? That app. Is it the app? Of course not. It's a great opportunity for us. I mean, look what we're doing now. You're in the US, I'm in the UK. Fantastic opportunities. You can use that for good, or we can use that for bad. So decentralized finance, it will happen no matter what. It's already, the train is long gone. It's happening. Blockchain technologies, that's the way to go. It's more efficient, it's easier, and so on like that. But so there's two choices for decentralized finance, or any other great technology that'll happen. One choice, that decentralized finance, is that allows people, that you don't have to carry credit cards or anything. You can pay, the transactions and everything are, say, legit. There's no, say, scrupulous transactions or anything like that. On the flip side, if we're not benevolent individuals, government mechanisms and so on can check what your social score is, and then cut you off from spending, because everything's electronic, right? So again, you can use that application for good, or you can use it again to control the masses. Unfortunately, since we're in the wrong consciousness, most likely, as I see, and this is a pivotal point that we really have to break, guys, we will use it to we'll use it to have more and more control over the people. It's already happening already, guys, by the way.
what is the message that you have to the current and future XI community about what they can do now to get ready for this next evolution?
Right. So the best advice I can give the XI community, and then future XIers, is that one, it's not about outward, say, solutions. It's not about, say, the government fixing your problems. It's about taking back your internal power of who you really are. Okay. Once you bring back your internal power of who you are, you become exponentially intelligent. Once you become exponentially intelligent, you use your powers to enhance yourself. As you enhance yourself, there's no need for lack. There's no need to control others. There's no need for you to sacrifice or sacrifice others for yourself, especially if you're a leader, leading, whether it's a couple hundred or millions or billions of people. You are exponentially intelligent. You won't have to use that tool to control your citizens. You'd use that tool to make things more efficient for them. Again, how do you do that? By being the best possible version of yourself. Everybody always says it's them that's the problem. It's the government that's the problem. It's not. There's this pattern in you, or a mechanism in you, however you call it. I call it your algorithm, that's causing other people to control you. So again, I ask all of you, each single individual in the world, to wake up, take back control of your life. It's not about fighting. It's not about protesting or anything like that, but understand and control your life and be the best possible version of who you are. Once you become that best possible version, your environment starts to become or start to create its best possible version. You rise to a higher level of consciousness. As you and the masses rise to a higher level of consciousness, that's where government mechanisms, or let's just call it control mechanisms, whether it's government, religious, societal, all those mechanisms will rise to a higher standard. Look at religious mechanisms. Religion was supposed to free people. How many religions out there actually free people, right? It was a benevolent concept. What happened? Was the teachings wrong? Of course not. It's just in the wrong consciousness. To learn more on how to elevate your consciousness to really help, say, save the world and save your life, save your family, you can join me on Mas on Sunday. You can go to masajati.live. You can go to masajati.com. You can use the XI podcast to listen to higher concepts. It literally explains life for you and then also provides solutions for you. So it's life explained and then life solved for you.